I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.
Well, if you want to end your weekend off on a high, then the bet to catch at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Sunday will no doubt be the Pick 6. It starts off in race number 3 at 13:30 over 1,400 meters, and it is a quality field that kicks things off, a merit-rated 94 handicap. But before we have a look at that field, let's go to our interview package, Peter Muscat and Michael Roberts.
Yeah, Nelson Bay made a very pleasing return at his last start over a trip short of his best. He steps up a furlong, which is his preferred trip at this stage. He has the benefit of the one gate, so he should get the run of the race, and he has taken a step forward after his first up run, and I expect him to be involved. Yeah, the shepherd is returning from, I think it's a 90-day absence. He's done his maximum amount of work leading into the race. He is quite a substantial, good constitutioned horse, so he's held on to his condition a little bit. Going on his work is very solid heading in, and if he's not in need of the outing marginally, he can be competitive.
Yes, Imposing won a very good race. We dropped him out, and he finished the race off well, and the form has worked out well. So, he must be a contender.
Well, this is where I am looking for help from GH, Graham Hawkins, because my rule, I wanted to come into play here, Graham, but I can't. I need you to eliminate 2 horses for me. I'm going to give you the numbers that I've written down. I've written down 8 numbers out of 13. In numerical order, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 13. But I want to try and narrow this down, Graham, to 6 runners, because I think it could be an expensive exercise that I am getting involved in leg 1 of the Pick 6. Otherwise, I'll just have to include the field if you don't agree. But those are the numbers that look to be the obvious chances, and I'm battling to eliminate from those 8 runners, Graham. Where can you help me?
Well, the one that I'd immediately start with is number 13, Bowie, because it hasn't won for 732 days, and it's got the worst draw of all, draw number 13. So in trying to get back onto a winning track in a race as competitive as this from the worst of the draw is going to be tough. He certainly has the ability to win, and that's why we've picked him out. But from that draw, he's going to have it tough. So I would eliminate number 13, Bowie, first of all. Yes, then after that, I'd be tempted to say the favourite, Spelling Bee, because, it won a very, very weak maiden. Puts up a half a kilo for the services of Craig Zaki, carries 53.5. It's got a nice draw, so that's all in its favour. But I would certainly play to beat Spelling Bee. But then I noticed that although beating Helsinki, and everybody in KwaZulu-Natal appears to have beaten Helsinki, and beating him handsomely by 4 lengths, then you look at the Shepherd, and when he won his maiden, who did he beat? He beat Helsinki. And what did he do next time out? He came out to win. Sure. So you can't draw a line through Spelling Bee that quickly. So I've given you one. You're going to have to find your own one to narrow it down. I don't want to be the one on air to tell you to take out another horse, and that's the one that comes home. I do think the value in the race, I can't believe the antipose market, lies with Michael Roberts' horse number 9, Imposing. Beat Bristol Hercules last time out when ridden with restraint. They'll ride in the same way, no doubt. Wicked Warrior was back in 3rd, came out to win and win well. So I'm not saying Imposing will win. I think from a bipot and a place accumulator point of view, and certainly the opening leg of the Pick 6 point of view, there are a couple of perhaps easier races to come. If you're looking to beat Professor Lupin in race 2, then that becomes a tough race. This is a tough race in any case, so you've got to go wide. I do think the value lies with number 9, Imposing. I'm going to have a nice each-way bet at the big current odds of 14-1. I'm expecting him to shorten. But all those that you have mentioned do have winning claims.
Just some insight into a horse like Spelling Bee. You know, I'm involved with Sereno Mudley these days, Graham, so it wasn't me who called for that ride again of Master Starter. It was actually Dean that phoned and said, you know what, is Sereno available on this horse, because I'm putting Craig Zaki on Spelling Bee. So he's always had it at the back of his mind that Craig was going to be riding Spelling Bee, and he is the stable jockey. So he's okay with Craig being plus a half kg over, because he could have so easily swapped the jockeys around if he wanted another jockey, because Sereno rides 52 kgs. So it's Dean Canamea's choice that he wants Craig, the stable elect, on number 3 Spelling Bee. So that could be some, you know, telltale sign between the two runners that he may think that, you know, it's too much weight that his stable companion has to give Spelling Bee, who could be on the up. So, you know, I wouldn't be discounting the horse's chances, although the horse took a bit of time to win the maiden. So that's some insight. We heard it from Peter Muscat about his two runners, Mr. Master Starter and Spelling Bee, the two runners from the Canamea stable. Zaboma, well, Jan Janssen van Vieren has come into town, and if you just judge this horse on the consolation race of the Grand Heritage, I think the Grand Heritage was won by Unzain, and the Argo Alley won the consolation. There's no issues with him going 1,400 meters, although when you just have a look at it in black and white, you think sprinter, but I don't see an issue with him going this 1,400 meter trip. The Shepherd, well, Peter Muscat, we heard it from him about his runner on fitness-wise and what he's expecting. Master Josh will be the solid horse in the race, Graham, just on the way he performs. He's always going to put in an honest, solid shift for you. His form this season is faultless, and he seems to be holding his rating. Each time the handicapper pushes him up, he's there to raise his game. He's at the highest that he's been in his career, Graham, at a 93, so it's upper level for him. And I agree with you with imposing. If he's got his confidence back, you know, and from the highs of a 102 to the lows of a 78, Graham, last time out, you know, he had to show some type of improvement. The fact that he won, and it took him so long to win, the confidence could be high there. So there's lots to talk about in this race. So you've helped me eliminate number 13, and now it's up to me to eliminate one more. And who's the horse I am going to be eliminating? Well, it's going to be my jock, number 2. Master Starter. So I'm going to go 1, 5, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 5, 7, 8, and 9. Or is it 1, 3, 5? Yeah, it's 1, 3, 5. Apologies. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, and 9. That's going to give me 6 runners.
Looks good to me. I'm not going to take an exact Mr. Master Starter Bowie. I don't want to pull against you. No, I think you'll get through. I think you've probably done the right thing. I think that Mr. Master Starter, while he's got good form with 60 weight, 1 on his back, is going to find it tough, but wouldn't be a surprise winner.
Okay, 6 runners. We managed to play the rule, which is if it's more than half the field, it's the field. Well, thanks to Graham for one elimination. I've eliminated the other. It's 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, and 9. Leg 1 of the Pick 6.
My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.